So last Saturday night I went to my gym's party, Christmas party, and I scared everyone by brushing my hair, wearing a dress and doing a bit of makeup. And a few people commented on the makeup and said maybe I should do a makeup tutorial. I can't think of anything more funny because I wear makeup probably 3 times a year, if that. So the idea of me doing a tutorial is hilarious. So it's pretty quick and easy actually, Christmas makeup. I think I should introduce my accomplice here. This is Xanthi. I'm not paying her to be part of this. She did it voluntarily, just in case anybody asks. So we'll probably go out clubbing later if we look good enough. Might do, no. Got our matching Friday night pyjamas. So it's very quick and very easy. So should we show them how you do Christmas makeup? Yeah, okay. So as you can see, it's super easy to do. Very slimming on the face. Double chin is completely gone. She hasn't got one, she's too young for one of them. No need to do your hair. Goes with any outfit. No, I'm joking. Oh, hello. There's a new hairdo there. So last weekend I did like quite a bright eye look. And I know in the pictures it just looks like it's probably red or orange or yellow. It's quite a mixture actually. It's got all rainbow colours in it. So I thought I'd demonstrate that this evening. So I'm going to start by putting a base on my face because it's quite patchy in places, freckles. So I don't have really bad eyebrows. I have freckles that make it look like I don't pluck my sodding eyebrows. So this is where you get to laugh at the kind of base I put on my face. So I start by trying to make she's going to do the product, stuff, because I have no idea about these things. So I've got primer first. I'm that good. So I get a little bit of primer. There you go, lady. We're not going to put any foundation or anything on this one's face because she's young and doesn't need it. But I do. So to start with, just a bit of
I can't say this one.
Yves Saint Laurent Blur primer. Yeah. It's got little glittery bits in it. Did you show them that? Quite special. Yeah, look at that glitter. So once I've done that, because I've got quite a bit of redness in my face from scarring from my accident, I do use a colour correcting cream. So again, I'm just gonna squirt. Oh, I just farted.
I knew you'd do that at some point.
It's colour corrector, not smell corrector. Does that smell like Christmas? Mm-hmm. So I just make sure I got a bit of that all over the face there. Probably had that about 10 years, let's face it. What do you call it if you were young and knew what you were doing with makeup? Concealer, that's it. So I probably put a bit too much on there, but we'll use it to conceal the fact that I'm really old. Layered this on, just poke myself in the eye with the brush. I use a brush to put it on to give it a nice even coverage. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Yeah. So getting all the creases. So just making sure we get under the chin. It's good that, wasn't it? That's how you make yourself look thinner in the face. So next up we're going to do the eyes. Now I've got a lovely palette for this tonight, complete with chewing from the dog. Got it from Boots, it's cheap. And we're going to start with a big fluffy brush. So I'm going to start by putting some on Xanthi. So we're going with the first colour in the palette, which is Street Light. I don't have any of them out here where I live. It's pitch black at night. So you go right up over the eyelid, as high up as you dare. And you can lay it on a bit more to make the colour a bit brighter. Or I have a tendency to drop stuff. I have a tendency to wet the brush to make the colour a bit bolder. So just doing that across the top there. So Xanthi's got hers on, and I'll now do mine. So just over the top there. So above where the eye closes. That's a bit better, isn't it? And same again on the other side. It looks a bit like you're getting ready to go fancy dress as Big Bird from Sesame Street, but it won't in a minute, I promise. So that's our first colour on. Looking good. Right. So next up, we're going to start blending in some other colours. So just clean, same brush. And next up, you go for an orangey colour. This one's called 24/7. So I'm just going to blend some of that. So allow some of the yellow to still be visible. And then blend some of this colour in. So professional. Obviously you can always use your finger to blend as well. Make it a bit more. Now it looks like a Suffolk sunset or sunrise. Which one? I don't know, do you?
I don't really, I'm not awake for sunrise.
Oh no, so it'd be sunset for you then. So I'm now looking like Ronald McDonald and the Hamburglar. I had a scrap on my eyelid, but I promise it won't stay that way. So we've got the orange going in there. I'm just going to blend it a little bit with my finger. So orange into the yellow. If you keep your eyes open like that, we look amazing. Tutorial done. I'm joking. So now we're going to go with a slightly less large brush because we're getting down to the little bits of the eyelids. I haven't got very big eyelids. So I'm going to use a precision tapered brush, and we're going to go for this colour here, which is called Underground, which is a red colour, and we're just going to take that down below the orange, but actually cover the whole eyelid with it. And same on the other side. Oh, I didn't put any primer on our eyelids. Usually I would put a bit of primer on the old eyelid, just as well not off out clapping something. So as you can see now on Xanthi's lovely eyes, she's looking rather beautiful. She did anyway, cow bag. So I'm just going to go in on mine, covering the eyelid. Christ, I look a bit like I've been in a bad fight. So covered the whole eyelid there, and I'll do the same this side. It's blended nicely, so it looks like the sun's setting. Right, so that's the red done, and then what we do next is I'm going to take a very thin small brush. I don't even know what one of them is. Let's not pretend I do. It's very thin and it's slightly angled, and I'm actually going to take it through the yellow colour we used first, and I'm just going to pull it along. You can look up this time rather than closing your eyes. And I'm just going to, she's terrible at this. I'm just going to do it along the lower lash line there. It doesn't matter if it's messy because we're wanting it to be blended. Same on the other side. Try not to poke her in the eye, obviously. And same for myself, so bringing it along the lower lash line.
I look like I'm a drawing because of the highlights on my head.
It looks beautiful. So next up we're going to dip into that lovely orange we had as well. And we're just going to bring that look up again. I'm sorry, this is under the eyes now. And we're going to go from halfway along the eye and just draw that out to the corner, and same again on the other side. Doesn't have to be precision. And then finally, same again with that lovely underground red. Look up. And we're just going from a third of the way along the eye into the corner. There we go. Look like I've got a really bad eye infection. She looks beautiful, I look terrible. Right, next up we're going to close our little palette there, and we're going to go and have a little bit of fun with this bad boy here, because we're trying to get that rainbow effect. So using this little brush here, I'm going to go in on the Skylight one, this one here, and we're going to use it on the outer corner of the eye. So eyes down, and it's not going to look as turquoisey as you imagine when it first goes on. There we go, and you'll see it now looks like you've been punched in the eye instead of just got an eye infection. So as you can see, that's just sort of creating a bit of depth on that colour rather than it being flat. Do you see what I mean? Rather than it being the flat sunset that we had, we're getting a bit of depth in there. So then we're going to go in with a thin brush using the same colour, very thin brush. I'm going to wet it a little bit because I want this to be quite bright. So it's that same Skylight colour, nice and bright. And if you could look up this time, and we're coming in at the corner of the eye. I'm going to use a little fluffy fluff brush just to get a bit of purple in there. So I'm going to go, now you can go sparkly here if you want. But the problem here is I have hooded eyes, and sparkles don't work well on hooded eyes all over them, as I have learned. So I'm going to go for this bubble colour here, this nice bright one, but you could go for that. It looks like coffee, but it is actually a sparkly purple. So, but I'm going to go for this one here, which is that. Oh, that colour. Oh, nearly spilled the drink.
It was
Bubble. And then you're just going to use that just at the very corner crease to create a little shape in the corner there with this bubbly brush. Like so. To the Skylight, and just layer a bit more if you look up in this corner. That's it, we've got it there, like so. I'll just do the same for me. You can always add a darker blue in if you feel it will. So this is a darker one here if you feel it'll be a bit brighter. And then to finish off the eye, we take that bubble, that lovely bright purple that we had here, and we just do the under eye as well. So just giving ourselves a little bit of shading into that corner, like so. I'll probably edit in a picture. You always look amazing, you can. So final touches. Now I have got something you could add to this to like really make it pop. I didn't use this last weekend, but it's like a Glam Crystals gel liner thing. So you could, if you wanted to give it a bit of pop, just go along here like so. That's a, and you'd have like a little
Lefric.
Oh yeah, there's a blue one as well, so you could have a little bit of sparkle. Oh, that's Cosmic Stars.
Can't see it. There we go, Lefric.
So if you're going to line the eye at all for this look, you would line the inside of the eye. Here's one I made earlier. So I would literally just go along the lash line and line inside the eye there. Same again on the other side. I hate doing that. I'm not going to make you have that done. You punch me. And then to finish, just a bit of mascara. And you can also tidy up the look. So for instance, I think mine is not quite fluffy enough around the edges, so just blend it with a brush. And then I can also use a bit of the concealer just to neaten that up. And then I'm just going to add some mascara. And also, if you want to add a bit of volume to your eyelashes, you could just add a few false ones. One set of party eyes. Really easily done. Oh, that was my mascara, sorry, was that one. So, easily done. Xanthi, can we show them yours? Because yours are pretty amazing. Close up. Can you close your eyes for us? So that lovely, look at that. What a face. So that was my first makeup tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't eat yellow snow. And then I would just pair it up with this. And I think that looks pretty. I'd go for that, wouldn't you?